Hey, how you folks doing today? This is John down at the Stony Creek Homestead. Glad you could join me this afternoon. I just wanted to come to you and do a little video on a project I just finished up and give you maybe a little tip that'll help you out. Just finished running an electric fence around a little old small pasture. Um, didn't use the solar power, just running off the regular electricity, the AC plug-in deal. And as you probably know, if you went out or ever built a fence, most of these power boxes that you get with your fence are for inside, or at least in a protected area, under a shed, in the barn, something like that, something that will keep the weather off of it. They're just not made to get wet and be out in the elements. Now your solar boxes, yeah, they'll take a beating and keep on ticking. They're made that way. But it's hard to find one that it's not solar that's will be satisfactory outside, unprotected. But I didn't want mine in the barn. I wanted it out on the post. So I just tried to come up with some ideas on how maybe to keep it waterproofed and weatherproofed. So came up with the idea that of buying one of these little plastic containers from Lowe's and mounted the power box up into this plastic container. Mounted it to the post. Seems to be working fine. Just had about half inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain last day or two, and dry as a whistle inside. So it's working fine. Explain to you a little bit how I went about doing it, and then we'll take a look at it. Basically, you just take your container. You know, you got your positive and your negative wire that's got a hook to it. So you need 2 holes for that. Then your power cord, you got to run it out. So you need basically 3 holes for your wires. Also, depending on how your box mounts, you're going to need to be able to mount it through the container to the post. Basically what I did here on the back of my box, it's the way it's made to hang, is there just 2 little places to slide over a little screw head and then kind of push down, and it kind of locks in place over the screw heads. A lot of things are made that way. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. So what I did, I just placed, and here again is why you need to buy a plastic container, clear plastic container I should say, so you can see through it and into it. So I laid my box inside the container, held it up to the very back of it, took an ink pen and marked where those little hanging doodads are, and just made me a little mark, took it down and made me a little drill, got a drill and drilled me a little hole right there. Just enough for the screws to go through it, through the plastic container and into the post. Just with just enough head sticking out for you to slide your box over it. So I hope that makes sense to you. And once you get where you can do that, then just take your box, drill your 3 holes for your wires. What I did there was I took about a 1-inch wood drill bit, and use wood bit. It cuts a smoother hole. The metal bits will just rip and tear your plastic, and so use a wood bit, about 1 inch, seemed to work for me. Drill 3 holes in the very bottom, not on top. You don't want water coming in, and not on the sides to blow in. Wind will blow your rain in there on it and mess it up. So do it in the bottom. let your line, your power, your positive and your negative, and your power cord run out of 3 holes in the bottom of your container. So let's take a walk out there and just take a look at it. Okay, we'll try to show it to you here. The sun is kind of messing with us today again, but you can see it's just a container. Here's the front of it right here. I take the top off of it. Let you look inside. So hopefully, if you can see, and here again, there's 3 holes here in the bottom. One for my power cord, my negative line, and the positive that runs to my fence. 3 holes. Okay? Now, I know you can't see in the back, but it's here again. The box is mounted through the plastic onto those little screws that stick into the plastic and into the board. And the actual box itself is just screwed into the wood with normal wood screws. And I think I used a washer to keep the plastic from tearing through. Pretty simple, but it works. Works fine. I hadn't had a problem with it at all. In the last rain, like I say, everything's just as dry as it can be inside. And just keep your container on the outside. Just keep it closed up. And it's going to stay dry inside for you. And shouldn't have a problem at all with anything getting wet in there. Hope it was helpful. Maybe this is a tip that you can use and pass on to someone else. I certainly hope so. Again, I apologize for the sun. Doing everything I can to get out of the way of it, but it looks like I can't find a place. But right here, my chicken brooding house looks pretty good. So from down on the Stony Creek homestead, I bid you a good day and God bless you.